This is a Rogers Sports presentation.
Welcome to the CSL Game of the Week, where we have the 7-3-2 Serbian White Eagles taking on the 4-6-2 Windsor Border Stars at Centennial Stadium. I'm Tiffany Kalinikos alongside with Ben Ennis and Mike Arcelides. And guys, we have a great game here tonight. Let's get straight into the player profiles. Mike, why don't you take us through the Windsor Border Stars player?
Thank you very much, Tiffany. For the Windsor Border Stars, we've got one of their star midfielders, 26-year-old Detroit, Michigan native, Dan Dragoi. He has 2 goals in the last 3 games, and he's played in Italy's 3rd division. So look for big things from this guy because he's also trying to get in to the MLS for the New York team, the Red Bulls.
And Ben, from the Serbian White Eagles, we have Milan Jansovic.
Yeah, this 19-year-old's a midfielder. He's not really that much of an offensive threat, only has 1 assist on the season, but he's going to look to bring the ball up towards the striker and sort of set the tone for this Serbian attack, but he won't be doing the scoring, just 1 assist on the season so far, Tiffany.
And it looks like we're going to have an interesting game tonight, guys. We know the Serbian team can score, as we saw 2 weeks ago against the Toronto FC. Let's take a look at some of the results from the last few weeks. On July 23rd, we had St. Catharines losing to the Border Stars team, who we'll see here tonight, 1-0. On the 25th, we had the Portugal FC losing to the Brampton Lions, also with a 1-0 scoreline. And the Serbian White Eagles, the game that we had for you 2 weeks ago, the 2-1 score against the TFC Academy. Toronto, Croatia lost to the Italia Shooters, who are just dominating in that league with the Serbian Eagles. And we have the North York Astros, who beat London City with a 4-3 score.
Well, I'm going to have a look at the National Division standings right now, where it's the Trois-Rivières attack just dominating that National Division with 28 points through 13 games. 8 wins, 1 loss, and 4 ties. So just 1 loss for those Trois-Rivières attack. They have been dominating so far. Right behind them, the North York Astros. 12 games played, 5 wins, and they are 8 points behind Trois-Rivières. So a lot of room to make up for North York if they want to finish in first in that National Division. Behind them, the Brampton Lions. Windsor Border Stars, the team we are going to show you tonight. 12 games played. They have 14 points, including 4 wins, 6 losses, though, so a couple games under 500 are the Border Stars. St. Catharines and TFC, and they are rounding out the standings. Now, Mike, why don't you take us through the International Division?
Up at the top, as we've seen all league long and all season long, it's been the Von Italia Shooters through 13 games at 9 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie for 28 points. We're seeing them at the top, just like we're seeing Trois-Rivières over in the National. Then after them, we've got the team we're seeing tonight, the Serbian White Eagles, coming in with 1 game less at 7-3-2, followed by Toronto, Croatia at 6-3-4, and then Portugal FC 4-4-3.
Well, thank you, guys. We have lots more to come on the Toronto FC when we have the Serbian White Eagles taking on the Windsor Border Stars here at Centennial Stadium.
Welcome back to Centennial Park in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I am Ben Ennis along with Mike Arcelides. Glad we could bring you some Canadian Soccer League action as it is the Serbian White Eagles hosting the Windsor Border Stars live from Centennial Park. We are just moments away from kickoff. Let's have a look now at the starting lineups. First, the visiting Windsor Border Stars, Murphy in net, as they play a 3-3 and 5 attack do the Windsor Border Stars, as they will look to take down the Serbian White Eagles. As we now have a look at their lineup, Dan Pelk, their very impressive goaltender, will be in net as they look to shut down the Windsor attack, which can be lethal at times. Have a look at the substitutes, just 2 for the Border Stars. So we'll pretty much stay with the same lineup all game long, as we are just seconds away from kickoff here at Centennial Stadium in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It is the Serbian White Eagles getting set to take on the Windsor Border Stars. You're watching the Canadian Soccer League on Rogers TV. And we are just about to kick it off, as the Serbian White Eagles will have first possession. Just waiting from the signal from the referees. A very chilly night here at Centennial Stadium. And there we have the first possession controlled by the White Eagles. They'll send it back into their own zone and try to set something up early here. There's a ball in. And that is Radovic looking for it, but he's taken off the ball. That's maintained possession, and it will be a throw-in for the White Eagles on the far sideline.
Look for Radovic tonight here, Benjamin. He was deadly 2 weeks ago against the TFC Academy team. He was cherry-picking all night long and had 5 or 6 really good chances in the box.
Dragan Radovic is the striker for the Serbian White Eagles. Will be up front all day long trying to penetrate this Windsor Border Stars defense, as the White Eagles maintain possession in their own zone. Here's Ivantic, near sideline. Tries a ball up. He's got Stepanovic. Stepanovic, though, taking off the ball. Ball drifts down past the track, and that'll cause a brief delay.
As we saw before the game, sorry to cut you off there, Ben. The Windsor Border Stars are trying desperately to climb the standings in the National Division. Tonight is a huge game for these guys, and if they can manage to squeak out of here with the win over this very explosive Serbian team, that would vault them up the standings.
Well, both teams sort of sitting in the middle of their respective divisions in the Canadian Soccer League, so a big 3 points on the line here at Centennial Park, and there's a ball in. And that's going to be offside, a very close call. The fans don't like it at all, as Dragan Radovic appeared to be in past the defense. It was a very close call on the offside, but it was called an offside, and there's our first foul of the game. Free kick awarded to the Border Stars.
A very questionable and controversial call early on, but like I said, look out for Radovic up there. He treads that line very finely between onside and off.
Dragoy's taken off the ball, but the Border Stars maintain possession. There's a hard tackle and another foul called. Referee thought it was a little bit too aggressive, as it was Cesar being taken down. Looked to be by Ivantic. And Cesar will kick it away, and that's going to be offside. Or is it?
Watson, I believe, being called there. Or is there an offense here being called by the referee?
Maybe the free kick taken a little too soon. The referee not prepared. And the Windsor Border Stars will kick it away. It's Cesar. Tries a ball in. Still hovering dangerously inside the Serbian White Eagles zone. And there was a nice play on the ball by the White Eagles. That one sent up for Radovic, but Radovic won't get to it as the goaltender Murphy fires it about 20 rows up into the stands. So that'll be a throw-in for the Serbian White Eagles near sideline.
I talked to goalkeeper Sean Murphy before the game. He has his game face on. He's ready to go. He said, this is a statement game tonight, Mike.
You're Mike, I'm Ben.
Pleasure to have everyone joining us this week on Rogers TV after a 1 week absence, giving the players a rest.
Yeah, absolutely. That All-Star break is very beneficial for all of these teams. Legs should be very sprightly. A lot of action early on in this game as the Serbian White Eagles control near midfield. Sent back to the defender Jankovic. Jankovic gets the ball back, sending it over the defense, but cut off there by the Border Stars.
Very nice defense there by the team in dark.
And it is Jankovic calling for it to be played back to the goaltender Pelk. Pelk is one of the stronger players on this Serbian White Eagles squad as he boots it about to midfield. White Eagles, though, sent back into their own zone. Pelk again will control the ball.
Surprisingly, Ben, this is only his first year with the Serbian White Eagles, is Dan Pelk. He's a young guy, but he seems to have meshed well with this veteran squad.
Jankovic trying a ball up the sideline, picked off there by the Border Stars. Maybe getting something going there, but that's picked off again. And a little bit of back and forth action near midfield. Some strong play, though, by the White Eagles, and they maintain possession. That's onside. Vucinic, or is it? And that's going to be offside and a free kick awarded to the Border Stars.
Some really strong play here by 15 in white. This is Šepanovic. Milos Šepanovic, look out for him.
Here's Vucinic. That ball's up to Radovic. Radovic just has the goaltender to beat. He can't do it. A great save there by Murphy as Radovic was in all alone but couldn't beat the goaltender Sean Murphy as he came out and played that perfectly, and now has a strong kick. A little too strong as the side referee calls it offside.
There you got a shot of head coach of the Serbian White Eagles, Milan Čančarević. He was not happy with that. He said, Dragan, you got to bury those. Those are easy goals. But if you ask the keeper of the Windsor Border Stars, no dice, Mr. Radovic.
Sean Murphy making his presence known early in this game as the first major opportunity scoring-wise belongs to the Serbian White Eagles, but they're turned aside by the strong goaltending of Sean Murphy for the Windsor Border Stars.
And we're only 6 minutes in, Ben.
Only 6 minutes into this game, we are scoreless between the Serbian White Eagles and Windsor Border Stars as the White Eagles try another ball in. That's kicked aside by the Border Stars. Far sideline now, it is Ordell controlling, sending it past midfield. As it is Watson now. Watson, though, taken off the ball by his counterpart. And that ball is sent dangerously into the area. Dan Pelk just happy to send it over the sideline, and that will result in a Windsor throw-in. As it is Watson throwing it in. Border Stars controlling, trying to get their first opportunity of this game. Nice possession game early by both squads as Windsor can't muster a scoring opportunity as they're taking off the ball. White Eagles head the other way. Radovic again in deep but can't control the pass. That's sent back to the goaltender Murphy. Wind moving left to right, so those goal kicks coming from the Windsor end carrying a little bit further than the ones kicked by Pelk, going right to left. As that pass goes awry, miscue there by the White Eagles as the Border Stars will throw it in. Border Stars on their side of midfield, controlled near sideline as it's Stepanic. And that'll be a free kick awarded to the White Eagles.
They are so deadly. You got to watch out for them. You can't take a break on any moment on this field when you got guys like Radovic sneaking behind you. You got to have your eyes open at all times.
Ivantic back to Jankovic. Jankovic going across the field. The White Eagles going to try the far sideline. They find a little crack in the defense, but taken off the ball, and Windsor will bring it up the other way. But that's picked off. Vucinic sends it the other way. There's Radovic, and that header just sails wide. That would have been an unbelievable goal by Dragan Radovic as he somehow got his head on the cross, but the header just sailing wide of the bar and high of the crossbar. Goal kick for Windsor.
He's so sneaky. You gotta watch out for him. He can attack you from multiple sources with any body part he can think of. He's scary.
That ball is sent back to the goaltender, Murphy. Murphy making the biggest play in this game so far, denying Radovic on the doorstep all alone, as it has been the Serbian White Eagles who have come out with the most fire early in this game. We are very early in this game, just into the 10th minute of play, scoreless between Windsor and the Serbian White Eagles. Both teams with a week off last week as the Canadian Soccer League paused for the All-Star break. So everybody ready to get back to soccer action today. And it's shown so far. A lot of energy from both squads. Windsor now with the ball in. Yankovic controls. Big Yankovic towering over everybody. Trying to get it back to midfield, but that'll sail wide of the sideline, and that'll be a throw-in for the Windsor Border Stars far sideline.
That one guy you gotta watch out for the Windsor Border Stars, number 20. So keep an eye on him. That's Emilio Herta.
Windsor haven't got much going offensively early in this game. Dan Pelk has not had to do too much in the Serbian goal. But now Windsor has a possession deep inside the offensive zone. They'll control near the corner.
It's going the other way.
That'll be a free kick awarded to the Serbian White Eagles. It looks like Dan Pelk's gonna head over there and take it. And the wind headed right in the face of Pelk, so
we'll see how far this one goes.
Be tough to get much on this kick. Everybody backing off though. Just about 3 Windsor players still in the offensive zone as that ball just sort of hangs up in the air as it hits the jet stream. But the White Eagles almost had Radovic running into the area, but they still maintain possession. They control near midfield. That pass is awry and it sails out of play. Unable to get to it was Stostic.
Was a minor miscalculation there by number 20 in white, Milan Janosevic, as he sent it just a little too aggressively to his teammate, and that one will result in a turnover.
Controlled by the Windsor Border Stars. They'll throw it in near midfield. That's controlled by Dragoy. Dragoy sending it back to his defender. Border Stars trying the near sideline, and that pass is awry. You got to wonder if maybe the wind's having an effect on some of these passes.
It might be that, or maybe the layoff has played a factor here. A lot of mental miscues by these two teams so far, and you got to see whether that'll wear off as time goes on in this game.
Sapanovic's throw-in is turned over near midfield. A couple of Border Stars battling, and that's going to be a free kick awarded to the Windsor Border Stars. About 25 feet into the offensive zone.
Let's take another look at that. Here's Herta, 20. And I don't know.
A very close call as Medic went down. Here's the free kick.
Not a good one at all.
Sort of a flub. It looked like he got the top of the ball, a bit of a top. And Radovic unable to keep it in bounds on the far sideline. Border Stars not wasting any time on those throw-ins. There's the head coach of the Windsor Border Stars, Pat Hilton, as he describes the strategy he wants to employ on the sidelines. As the Border Stars sending it in, and they've got a bit of an opportunity, but some nice defensive work there by the Serbian White Eagles. They'll send it back out, but here's another ball in. Great play, though, by Yankovic, as he is about 9 feet tall. That's an estimation, as he rises over everybody and heads it out of harm's way.
A pretty good one. He was up there. He got some height.
The White Eagles on the run, but they can't maintain possession. Ball sent back into the White Eagle zone. As it's Vlasky sending it back to goaltender Pelk.
Now, one thing I'd like to mention for our viewers at home who don't have the luxury of seeing this is that the opponents of the Windsor Border Stars tomorrow night are the Von Italia Shooters, and I have seen their owner and manager, Tony DiTomasis, here, and they're definitely scouting their opponents for tomorrow night.
A little bit of pre-game scouting as the Serbian White Eagles still trying to put something together inside the area, but they're taking off the ball to be a free kick for the Windsor Border Stars.
Saturday night is the game between the Windsor Border Stars and the Italia Shooters, and that will be played in Windsor, as the Italia are on a month-long road trip right now. Doing pretty well.
Border Stars now on the run. Trying to get through 5 defenders is the Border Star attacker. The Windsor Border Stars now will have a free kick in a very dangerous area, as it was Danny Dragoi being taken down about 20 feet outside the area. He'll have a free kick. Wind going with him. Windsor Border Stars have 4 attackers near the area. There's some motion there, and a fake, and Dragoi will take the shot. That sails just over the bar.
He's the guy we profiled at the beginning of the game. Watch out for Dan Dragoi. He's played in Italy. He knows what he's doing on the soccer field. He's got some goals. He's got some boots under him. And he's very, very scary, just like Dragan Radovic over on the other side.
A very heady play there by Dan Pelk as well. He saw the ball was going to sail high of the crossbar, didn't touch it, and as a result, he'll have a goal kick as the White Eagles will try to gain some ground here. First serious offensive threat that was for the Windsor Border Stars, as early in this game, the Serbian White Eagles have controlled the tempo. Ball rolling around the shoulder of Radovic, but no call as he tries a ball in. And that's sent aside, looking for Breletic, but unable to get it to him. Far sideline, battle for it, controlled by the Border Stars. They maintain possession as it just hugs the far sideline, and that'll sail out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for the Serbian White Eagles, far sideline near the corner. As we are scoreless, Windsor Border Stars at Centennial Stadium taking on the Serbian White Eagles on their home turf. Both teams coming off that week-long layoff for the All-Star break, so perhaps a little bit rusty.
A little bit. It's early though. We're in the 17th minute right now, and I can assure you by the time the second half starts, these guys will be gunning.
Here come the White Eagles, unable to get it past about a quarter field as that is sent back out of play by the Border Stars. Will be another throw-in for the White Eagles on the far sideline. Dragan Radovic already had a spectacular opportunity in this game, was all alone, just had the keeper to beat, but couldn't beat Sean Murphy. So far, that is the best scoring opportunity for either team early in this first half, as it's Murphy now.
Look at Radovic up there, just trying to stir the pot a little bit, get in Murphy's head. That's all he does.
There's a nice ball, but Yankovic appears to have a beat on it. He does. Clears it out of harm's way. He tries the middle of the field. Nice pass, nice play by the White Eagles. They've got a man, and that's offside again. And that one appeared to be offside by a couple of feet, as it was Sapanovic just in past the defense.
Only the best linesmen and lineswomen in the business here in the Canadian Soccer League, and they know what they're doing. They're not trying to rip any teams off. They're calling it right down the middle, and the Serbian fans know that, and that's why they're not voicing their displeasure.
Border Stars with the free kick, sending it deep, as the White Eagles, though, will control. Vucinic spins. Vucinic sending it back to midfield. The White Eagles will regroup as Yankovic now sends it cross field for his defense partner. Up to midfield. Radovic just sitting and waiting in the middle of the field for that crossing pass. The Border Stars know he's dangerous. already had a fantastic scoring opportunity in this game, as it's Vucinic. Vucinic trying to feed Radovic, but can't get it through, as the Border Stars saw that one coming a mile away. Controlled back inside the White Eagle zone, but it's the Border Stars taking possession. They'll regroup at midfield.
You got to give them credit. They're not going down without a fight here, are the Windsor Border Stars. They're trying to reverse the attack here and go from defense to offense very quickly.
Border Stars on their side of half, sent back to the defense.
There, just a mental miscue there by number 7 in blue, as that will result in a turnover. With Radovic now has 2 men on him.
Obviously, the plan of attack for the Border Star defense is to keep Radovic off the ball at all costs, and it seems to be paying off so far, but Radovic has room, and that gets to him. He's got a couple of defenders to beat and can't, as he is taken off the ball smartly. Radovic, though, wants a call, or maybe not happy with the placement of his teammate. Either way, Radovic looking around in disgust.
It is Milan Cancerovic, the head coach of the Serbian White Eagles. In his first year with this club, he's got 15 years of experience coaching at a high level in European soccer. So this man knows what it takes to win. Milan Cancerovic.
Cancerovic maybe barking out some in-game adjustments, as the Border Stars are clearly keying on Radovic. Every time he comes near the ball, there are 3 black jerseys around him. There's the throw in, the White Eagles. And it is maintained by the White Eagles. They'll try Radovic. Radovic on the run. Perhaps looking for a cross here. He tries it. Goes off a defender, I think, and it will be ruled a corner kick. Nice play by Radovic to earn the corner kick. And perhaps another scoring opportunity as we have a look at the replay. Radovic didn't get much on the kick, but that was because it went off a defender, and it will be a corner kick for the Serbian White Eagles. Far corner. Here it comes into the area, headed nicely by Yankovic, but he was about 40 feet off the mark, and that'll be a goal kick for the Windsor Border Stars. But Yankovic coming up into the area from his defense position, as he is the tallest man on this field by miles. And here's another chance for the White Eagles. There's a chance into Radovic, and Radovic had the corner picked, just couldn't have the shot find the net, as it slides wide on the fantastic cross and really was in all alone. A play that I'm sure Radovic wishes he could have redone.
I'm sure the goalkeeper, Mr. Murphy, would not like that redone. He knew what he was seeing there. He knows he's got Radovic breathing down his neck, but he's not letting that get to him.
A great cross by Sapanovic there for the White Eagles. Windsor Border Stars regrouping. They're under relentless pressure the last 5 minutes or so. They need to get something going. That ball is sent out of play by the Border Stars, so it will be a throw-in for the White Eagles. That's sent near the middle of the field. Sort of popped up far sideline, and that'll be a throw-in for the Windsor Border Stars. So perhaps Windsor able to relieve some of this pressure that the White Eagles have mounted here in the last couple of minutes. Really, all the offensive opportunities have come by way of the Serbian White Eagles, as Windsor still not able to get it past midfield. Now they finally do, and they've got a man on the run. It's Dragoj. Dragoj looking for a cross. Working Yankovic. Dragoj goes across the box. There's an attempted shot, just about 50 feet over the net.
That would have been a home run, Ben. Unfortunately, it's not inter-county baseball.
Well, if you're enjoying this Canadian Soccer League telecast, well, join us again next Friday, as we will be at Lamport Stadium, the North York Astros at Lamport to take on TFC Academy. Same time, 8 o'clock p.m. We go live from Lamport Stadium. A couple of teams trying to gain ground in that national division. Should be a great one, as This one is currently scoreless between the Serbian White Eagles and Windsor Border Stars. Ben Ennis along with Mike Arsaelides, Tiffany Kalanikos along with us. Glad you could join us. As the White Eagles have something going here. Here's Stepanovic, and that shot gets through, and
He's offside.
it looks to be offside. The fans thought it was a goal, but it will be waved off.
Radovic thought it was a goal.
Radovic can't believe it. Stepanovic,
Scored
the
it
shot
loose.
goes through the goalie, sits like a frying pan right in the area, and Radovic punches it home, but unfortunately for him, it was offside.
No eggs in that frying pan. He's going home hungry.
That's controlled by the Border Stars near midfield. There's Dragoy. Sent up to midfield. Border Stars now, it's only a matter of time before these White Eagles finally ripple the mesh. It's Stepanovic now with the cross. Radovic is in there again. Stepanovic and Radovic, obviously the 1-2 punch that have been rolling here in the last couple of possessions.
And they're not stopping. They're not done here, Ben.
Vucinic sending it in.
It was a very unorthodox save by Murphy between the pipes for the Windsor Border Stars. He almost looked like a hockey goalie just trying to get a blocker on it.
Here's Vlasky. Vlasky surveying his options. Tries the middle of the field to Stosicic. Border Stars trying to relieve the pressure, but can't quite do it. And that'll be another throw-in for the Serbian White Eagles.
Take another look at that one, shall we?
Stepanovic with the great shot. And a great save by Sean Murphy to keep this game scoreless.
Beautiful save.
Murphy perhaps thinking it was a cross, but it came right to him and just barely able to get a shoulder on it.
He's lucky, especially with the wind out here. It's very tricky as to where the ball's going to go.
Yeah, the shot's ducking and diving and knuckling around the area, and that'll be a free kick awarded to the Serbian White Eagles as Stepanovic is taken down.
Joseph, our lovely and amazing camera operator, getting us that beautiful visual of Coach Milan Cancerovic. As he looks on, he wants his team to score quickly.
Jankovic has Vucinic. Vucinic. Here's a shot, and that one sails well high of the mark as Jankovic looking to break the deadlock. And Dan Pelk has got to be, taking it easy. He hasn't had much to do in the last couple of minutes at all.
I think I saw him go eat dinner behind the net. He hasn't had anything in the last 15 minutes in terms of shots.
Sean Murphy, on the other hand, probably sweating buckets so far. As we have a look at the shots on goal, 4-2 for the Serbian White Eagles. And I think that's a pretty good indication of how the play has gone early in this game. So we're still scoreless into the 27th minute here between the Serbian White Eagles and Windsor Border Stars. Windsor now looking to get something going. As much as they've been dominated in this game, there's still no goals to speak for, so clearly anybody's game. That ball is
fumbled around there in the box.
Somehow the Windsor Border Stars come away with a shot there. It looked like the White Eagles had about 4 defenders around the ball, but somehow the ball slipped through. 4 of them, 3 of them on the ball, and somehow Windsor able to get a shot on, but of course Dan Pelk, the fantastic goalie with a fantastic save. Here's Radovic now. Radovic looking to beat one defender. Nice move, but Sean Murphy comes out and challenges and gobbles up the ball.
You think he scouted Radovic a little bit before today's game? He might have.
Radovic, the key man for the Serbian White Eagles, as the White Eagles will be awarded a free kick.
Physical. Who said soccer was a wussy sport? These guys are pushing and shoving down there. And I know that Murphy saw what Sortiri Valokostas had to deal with 2 weeks ago in net for the TSC Academy, having to deal with Radovic all night long.
Some sloppy play there by the White Eagles as they'll turn it over. Border Stars back in their own zone. There's a ball up, but it is offside. The referees with the quick arm on the flag there, as we've already seen about 5 offsides in this game.
Teams are jockeying for position on the field and in the standings. They want to just make a statement here tonight. So far, the Serbians have had the edge in terms of offensive pressure, and they've been very sound defensively, just giving up that one very dangerous shot to Pelk about a minute and a half ago.
Jancevic sending it back to the defenseman Jankovic. Jankovic has to go all the way back almost into his own area. In fact, sends it back to his own goalie, Dan Pelk. Pelk will be happy to set it back up and send it back to Jankovic. Jankovic, surveying his options, decides to go over the top looking for Radovic. If not for the wind, might have had him over the top, but the wind sort of knocked it down. But the White Eagles still with a chance. That shot is easily gobbled up by Sean Murphy. Murphy, though, sending it quickly the other way.
What a
Jankovic
kick.
Controls it, and both teams quick to get play back underway after turnovers here. And a nice play there. The Serbian White Eagles, Vucinic, and he's got himself into the area. A fantastic move by Vucinic to get past the defender. Unfortunately for him, didn't result in a scoring opportunity. And Jankovic will regroup and send it back to Dan Pelk. Pelk floats it up in the air. It's knocked down by the wind. The White Eagles, far sideline. There's a ball in for Radovic. He's got a man. It's Stepanovic. Radovic trying to wire it into the net. But that is fired over the net, and it's ruled actually off a defender.
And there you see it. It might have hit the arm of the defender going down there. Take another look.
Hard to say.
I don't think it
may have
did.
just sailed high over the bar, but
Refs saw their wise.
they're going to rule it a corner kick to be taken by Stepanovic. And Radovic has been very dangerous in this game. No score into the 31st minute. There's a shot and a goal. A fantastic header off a corner kick. And the Serbian White Eagles take the 1-0 lead on a fantastic corner kick. And Dragan Radovic heads it home. The man who's been so dangerous all season and all game long finally makes good on the corner kick by Stepanovic. Radovic heads it home past the goalie Sean Murphy, and we have our first goal of the game, 1-0 for the Serbian White Eagles.
What a goal. We said all night long, watch out for this guy. Eventually, he's going to find his opening, and there it is. Beautiful header, just dribbling past the line, and this is 1-0 now.
You got to wonder how he ended up so wide open when he has been the most dangerous man on the field for either team. Seemingly had nobody else around him. Dragan Radovic has been dangerous all season long. In this game, no exception. He's broken the deadlock with the opening goal as the Serbian White Eagles lead the Windsor Border Stars 1-0 heading into the 33rd minute on Rogers TV. But the White Eagles not satisfied with one. They want another. Some pressure there on the defense, and they cough it up. As Vujacic.
Trying for the reverse bicycle kick.
And that's not going to fly, and that'll be a free kick for the Windsor Border Stars.
Take a look at this circus trick there. No dice. He fell back, and nice try there, Mr. Dragan Radovic. He knows the cameras are rolling. He knows he's in prime time on Rogers TV.
Jankovic sending it up for Stepanovic. Stepanovic has Radovic again. Radovic sends it across the field, back in for Stepanovic, but he's taken off the ball. And bodied off the ball, but it's still in play as the cross comes in for Radovic. And if not for a header that was directly on goal, that would have been his second of the game, as Murphy didn't have to move 1 inch to make that save.
This man is ridiculously good. He's so sneaky, he's so fast, he's so agile. You gotta have like 3 or 4 guys on him at all times just to know where he is.
Medic back to Jankovic as Radovic has been absolutely ridiculous so far in this game. And you got to believe that he's still looking for more. The referee is going to make his first booking of the game. It will be a caution. Looks like to Border Stars player Bobby Stepancic. Stepancic getting booked with the yellow card. Bobby Stepancic receiving the yellow card for the Windsor Border Stars, as we have our first bit of discipline in this game.
That was a correct call. The referees are trying to keep this game in order. You don't want those aggressive tackles being too late, people getting hurt. It's the first game back after the All-Star break. Last thing you want to do is see a guy go down with a season-ending injury.
Absolutely. And only down 1-0. The Windsor Border Stars still in this game, as the Serbian White Eagles looking for more. Here's Brelitic taking off the ball, and the Border Stars just trying to get something going, but they can't get past the big defenseman Yankovic. He'll send it back towards the middle of the field.
He's big, but he's fast. It's so surprising when you see a man that tall chasing the ball faster than all the guys up there on offense.
Well, he only has to take about 3 strides to gain the entire field.
He's like a gazelle.
He really is. He's been an anchor on this defense, and as well as Radovic has played in this game, you've got to give a lot of credit to Yankovic as well, turning everything around that heads into the White Eagle zone. The White Eagles are looking for more, as it's Brelitic. Brelitic controlling near the corner, sending it back. Here's Ivantic. Ivantic sends it in. He's got Radovic. Stepanovic! Great save by Murphy, as Stepanovic appears to be in a bit of pain as well. He had a good go of it.
Headbutt or something. I don't know why he's down. We'll get a replay, I assure you folks at home. And here it is. Take a look.
Radovic with the initial attempt, the header, and Stepanovic running into a couple of defenders as he gets the shot away right on Sean Murphy. And the end result is a throw-in for the Serbian White Eagles. It looks like Stepanovic is walking towards the sideline.
He might have accidentally been kicked in the back.
I think he's going to stay in this game. No, they're going to...
You don't think he wants to leave?
No, he's going to stay in this game. And a little bit of good sportsmanship as the White Eagles send it past the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Windsor Border Stars as they look to get something, anything going here in this game. They trailed the Serbian White Eagles 1-0. We are about 9 minutes away from the half here. Serbian White Eagles leading the Windsor Border Stars 1-0. Canadian Soccer League action on Rogers TV. Ben Ennis along with Mike Arcelides, Tiffany Kalanikos alongside. Glad we could bring you this fantastic Canadian Soccer League action on Rogers TV every single Friday night. The Windsor Border Stars needing to get something going here.
It's not going to be easy, Ben.
That big anchor on defense, Yankovic, has turned everything aside that has come inside the White Eagle zone. And Dan Pelk has been spectacular when called upon as well. Pelk plays it up to his big defenseman, Yankovic. Yankovic tries the middle of the field. Back to Yankovic. He's pressured a bit. Able to get the high pass off as Stepanovic is taken down again. Stepanovic just getting abused on this field. But he's a tough kid. He stays in the game. Border Stars sending it up the far sideline. Nice move there, but the pass is awry and controlled by the White Eagles. Sent back to big Yankovic. Yankovic is going to have a go. A nice bullet pass, just not able to quite get past the defender as the White Eagles will regroup and Dan Pelk will control. Send it to his defenseman Ivantic. Ivantic up the sideline. He's got Vucinic. Ivantic up the sideline. Vucinic receives the pass, and Vucinic goes down, and it'll be a free kick for the Serbian White Eagles, as a bit too aggressive on the tackle were the Windsor Border Stars.
Here we see two of them going on the attack here, bringing him down.
And it looked to be number 7, Morrison, with the aggressive tackle. Here's Jankovic gaining lots of territory there. There's the goal scorer, Radovic, and Sapanovic just outworking the defender to get to the ball, but the Windsor Border Stars do take possession. Sent back into the middle of the field. That's sent up for Breletic. Breletic sending it towards the front of the net. And a great play there, really, by the Border Star defenseman to save the corner kick, sending it over the sideline. And a couple of nice plays there by the defense, as the White Eagles look to have their second goal of the game on that one, but it goes for naught. White Eagles, though, regrouping. Jankovic trying to work past two defenders. He almost is able to do it. He's still working, but finally taken off the ball. Border Stars sending it up the sideline. It'll be a free kick, in fact, awarded back in the Border Star zone. Windsor trailing this game 1-0. We're into the 40th minute of play. Windsor Border Stars trailing the Serbian White Eagles 1-0. It's the Canadian Soccer League on Rogers TV. Ben Ennis along with Mike Arcelidis and Tiffany Kalanikos.
It's been a good game thus far, but Serbia has controlled it for the most part, to say the least. I'd say about 75-25 in terms of possession, and with quality scoring chances, I'd say about 90-10.
It's absolutely belonged to the Serbian White Eagles, has the tempo and pace of the game. Big Jankovic, a big part of that, as he feeds another nice pass, but unable to control it was Jankovic. Border Stars trying to get something, anything going. They send a man to the turf.
He might have an injury here.
And can't quite get a number on that, and that looks to be number 8, Stojcic. Oh no, it's 18.
In white.
That's Vlaski.
Goran Vlaški in white seems to be rolling around still as we get a replay. If we can return to live action, you'll see him still favoring his right ankle. This does not look good for Vlaški.
No, Vlaski, a stalwart on that defense along with Jankovic.
Here we get another look at that injury.
Just looked to be a knee-on-knee there, and then maybe clipping the ankle as well on his way down. Either way, doesn't look good for Vlaski.
At least he's on his feet. That's a good sign.
He might stay in this game. No, he's not going to be able to get up, and he will be attended to by the trainer on the field. Vlaski tried to hobble to the sideline, but couldn't even put pressure on that leg, so obviously a more serious injury than first anticipated, as Goran Vlaški is still on the turf, and the trainer spraying that numbing spray onto his ankle, so it is his ankle that is
not good
pain.
news here, Ben, for the Serbian team.
Maybe just rolling it, hopefully just a sprain and not a break.
He could not put any weight, and he just collapsed down. There we see that spray does magical wonders, I guess.
I guess so. Vlaški, I don't know, maybe thinking about staying in this game.
After the game, I'm going to go and get that spray. That seems to be a magical potion. He's fine.
Vlaški is going to limp to the far sideline, maybe try and stretch that ankle out, as it does look like Jankovic is calling for a substitution. And on the sideline, they are starting to scurry. And yeah, we have a man set to come into the game for the Serbian White Eagles. That'll be Daryl Gomez, set to come in as a replacement for Vlaški. Gomez just taking off his warm-ups, as we'll have our first substitution of the game, and this will obviously add some time to this first half, as we were expecting to play just about 2 more minutes in this first half, but obviously will be additional time added in injury time, as it is Vlasky heading off. Goran Vlasky, number 18, heading off, and on comes number 19, Daryl Gomez.
He's yet to come in the game right now, so this is a little interesting to see when he'll get his chance to enter the game as the referee.
Next stoppage, I'm sure he'll be headed into the game, but
for Serbia right now, you just want to kick the ball.
Well, they're happy to get an offensive opportunity, apparently.
There you go. There's the chance right here.
Will the referee call for the substitution?
There we go.
And there it is. Gomez enters the game for Vlasky. And the White Eagles will maintain possession. They throw it in. Here comes a cross. That cross is a bit too far, and it carries past the end line. That'll be a goal kick awarded to the Windsor Border Stars. Ivantic's pass a bit off the mark. Sean Murphy will kick it away. The wind has played a big factor in this game early, as it's going with the Border Stars. They haven't been able to take advantage, though. We're almost into the 46th minute of play, as we'll have a couple of minutes of added time in this first half, as that'll be a free kick for the Serbian White Eagles. 2 minutes of added time in this first half. 45 minutes on the number right now. The Serbian White Eagles leading the Windsor Border Stars 1-0. Dragan Radovic with the goal. Just one, could have been more than one for sure, but only one goal. There's another throw in for the Serbian White Eagles. Stay tuned at the half, as we'll have halftime analysis as well as an interview with our own Mike Arcelides, who will be down at field level at the half. And that'll be a goal kick for the Windsor Border Stars. Windsor under relentless pressure, but if you're a Border Star player, got to be at least somewhat pleased that you're only down 1-0 the way that the Serbian White Eagles have played this first half. Dragan Radovic has been all over the pitch, and just one goal to speak of, but it was a beauty. Ball sent into Dan Pelk. The goaltender Pelk eyes his options, happy to just watch the seconds drip off the clock. Has just about 45 seconds to go in this first half, and Windsor will have a free kick near midfield. They'll look to take it quickly, but it will be a ball in, but not sure where that was headed as it sails over everybody. Perhaps catching the jet stream a little bit too much here. Dan Pelk handles it easily, and he'll kick it away. Nice kick by Pelk. Low driving goal kick, as it's controlled by the White Eagles. They look to get something here before the end of the half. There's a ball into the area. Headed by the Border Stars, but not out of harm's way, as it's Sapanovic sending it across the box. And there's the whistle, signifying the end of the first half. The Serbian White Eagles lead the Windsor Border Stars by a score of 1-0. Dragan Radovic is the goal scorer. The White Eagles have controlled the play since the opening kickoff, and they were finally rewarded with one goal. They lead the Windsor Border Stars 1-0. Stay tuned for halftime analysis and more. You're watching the Canadian Soccer League on Rogers TV. White Eagles lead it 1-0.
Milos Šapanovic, 15 in white. Milos Šapanovic. So come a little this way. Welcome back to the CSL Game of the Week, where after 45 minutes, it is 1-0 for the Serbian White Eagles over the Windsor Border Stars. And joining me now is number 15 for the White Eagles, their youngest player, 18-year-old Milos Šapanovic. Milos, a very good start to this game.
Yeah, I know. The team that we're playing is very good. They're playing really aggressive, but we're not letting them make any chances, and we've been winning 1-0. So we hope that we'll continue that way in the second half.
That 1 week layoff, did it affect you guys? You seem to have your legs now.
Well, yeah, we trained hard, prepared for the rest of the season, and here we are.
How important has Dragan Radovic been?
Dragan Radovic, he's been very important. He's been scoring goals for us. He's amazing. He's good.
What was the coach saying before the game, and what do you think he's going to say as soon as you head back to the locker room?
He said that we shouldn't take this game any different than any other game. He said we should play harder than ever and continue winning.
This is a huge game because you are challenging for first in the international with the Shooters. What is the game plan going on from this point, seeing as how you haven't exactly had the best of luck against the Shooters?
That's right. Well, we're going to try to bring our best. We always play best against them. It's just that we didn't have any luck. We said as a team we're gonna try our 150%, and we're going to see what happens.
Thank you very much. Best of luck the rest of the way. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon. Stick around for the CSL Game of the Week, where we're going to have more after the break. Here, it's 1-0 Serbia White Eagles versus the Windsor Border Stars. Right after.
Welcome back to the CSL Game of the Week. We have the Windsor Border Stars down 1-0 to the Serbian White Eagles. It has been a big first half for the White Eagles, attacking the Border Stars net like crazy. Guys, let's get right into it.
Yeah, Tiffany, that first half belonged entirely to the Serbian White Eagles, Mike. It was Dragan Radovic all day, all the time. He was the man they looked to on the attack, and he made good on the only goal of that first half.
There you see that first chance by Radovic. He's been cherry-picking all night long, and there we saw Šapanovic, and that one was called back as Radovic was pleading. Again, Milos Šapanovic. Big save there by the keeper, Sean Murphy.
Yeah, Sean Murphy has been busy. Dan Pelk hasn't seen anything. How tough is it probably been for him to just sit back in his own goal and just watch all this happen in front of him?
A flurry of offense over on the other end, resulting in that the first goal of the game for Radovic. But for Pelk, it's been an easy night to say the least. More offense here. Take a look at that, a reverse angle as you see Radovic.
And one goal called back in that first half. Can't forget about that. Tons of offsides in that first half, as the only goal belongs to Dragan Radovic. Corner kicks, 2-0 Serbian White Eagles. They trail in the free kick department, but it doesn't matter. They lead on the goal department, 1-0 shots on goal, all Serbian White Eagles. Just the one card in that first half, and that belongs to the Windsor Border Stars. Well, Mike, that first half obviously very exciting for the Serbian White Eagles. Windsor Border Stars, a lot to be desired. What do they have to do in the second half?
I really don't know, Ben. It's going to be very difficult for the Border Stars to penetrate because they got Yankovic on the back end, number 4 in white, and he's like Zdeno Chara on the blue line. You're not going to get through him without a huge fight.
Yeah, absolutely. A tremendous first half for the Serbian White Eagles. Border Stars, a lot to be desired in the first half.
Lots more to come in the second half. Next, we have all the news from around the CSL. Join us here after the break. Welcome back to Centennial Stadium. We're at the halftime and the Serbian White Eagles are leading the Windsor Border Stars 1-0. I'm Tiffany Kalinikos alongside with Ben Ennis and Mike Arcelidis tonight. Guys, it's been a great first half. Last week we couldn't bring you any soccer. We had the All-Star game, but the week before we had a great game with the Serbian White Eagles who are seeing here tonight in the Toronto FC. Mike, why don't you take us through the results here from last few weeks?
Let's do that, Tiffany. A very interesting week on the 23rd of July. St. Catharines dropped it 1-0 to this very same Windsor Border Stars team. Then the Brampton Lions winning 1-0. Followed by the Serbian White Eagles, the game we saw 2-1 over the TFC Academy. Toronto, Croatia losing to the Italia Shooters 4-3. And that same score, the Astros dropping the hapless London City team.
Well, so far in this Canadian Soccer League season, we have seen the national division not quite being as strong as the international division. The Trois-Rivières Attack atop of the national division with 28 points. London City, as Mike mentioned, very hapless. They just have 1 point, but I'm sure they're glad to have it. North York Astros, Brampton Lions, Windsor Border Stars, the team we are watching tonight. They're sitting in 4th in the national division with 14 points. St. Catharines Wolves rounding out the table there. As Tiffany, why don't you take us through the international division?
Well, we have the Italia Shooters on the top of the board with 28 points, and the Serbian White Eagles, who are watching here tonight, a big important game for them here with 23 points, trying to attack first place and take that away from the Shooters. Toronto, Croatia with 22 points right below the White Eagles, and Portugal FC with 15 points rounding out the bottom.
Well, scoring has been at a premium here in this game. Let's have a look at the top 5 scorers in the Canadian Soccer League. Daniel Nascimento from Brampton. He's played 13 games, has 11 goals, so a very good scoring pace for Nascimento. As we have a look at the goal scorer in this game, Dragan Radovic, 3rd in league scoring now with the 9 goals in 12 games played. Dragan Radovic has been a force in this game in the first half, has been all over the place and knotted the only goal of this game to put Serbia up 1-0 on the Windsor Border Stars.
Well, we have lots more action from the CSL. Next week, we have the North York Astros at the TFC Academy at Lamport Stadium, live at 8 o'clock. Join us next, where we'll be back with all the action from the CSL. The Serbian White Eagles lead the Windsor Border Stars 1-0.
Welcome back to Centennial Stadium. I'm Ben Ennis along with Mike Arcelides. You're watching the Canadian Soccer League on Rogers TV with the Serbian White Eagles leading the Windsor Border Stars 1-0. About to get underway in the second half of action. If you missed the first half, you missed a fantastic goal from Dragan Radovic. His 9th of the season was a beauty as he headed home a perfect corner kick. As we have a look at the first half highlights, there was Radovic there with another opportunity. Actually even had a goal called back on an offside. That was it right there. As Zapanovic just feeding Radovic all day. That one actually turned into a shot from Zapanovic. As Sean Murphy has made a couple of saves, came out to challenge Radovic on that one, and here is the goal. A great corner kick headed home by Dragan Radovic, and he salutes the crowd on a fantastic corner kick and a fantastic header. Seemingly left all alone, though, in the box.
There, one of the sadder points of the first half is Vlaški going down just before the close. We'll have his status very soon, and now let's take a look at the match summary thus far. 2-0 in terms of corner kicks, free kicks 8-5 for Windsor, 3-9 shots on goal in favor of the Serbian White Eagles. One caution issued, and that will go to the Windsor Border Stars, and that was a yellow. So that is your match summary as we are just going to get set for next Friday's telecast here on Rogers TV. It's the North York Astros visiting Lamport and the TFC Academy. That's Friday, August 15th, live at 8 p.m. And where else but here on Rogers TV.
Yeah, Rogers TV, your place for Canadian Soccer League action. A fantastic game if you're a supporter of the Serbian White Eagles. So far, they have controlled the tempo, controlled the game, and hey, guess what? They'll have the wind with them here in the second half.
They'll have the wind, and they'll have their goal scorer, Dragan Radovic, with them. There is the Dragon Man, number 11, and he is going to look for another goal or two here in the second half. We'll find out what he can do as soon as they drop this ball.
Yeah, the second half just about to get underway. A long road to hoe for the Windsor Border Stars. I know it's only one goal, but if the second half is anything like that first half, it's going to be tough for Windsor, because for about 30 minutes there in that first half, Pat Hilton didn't see his squad get past midfield.
They won't be staying at a Hilton hotel after tonight's first half. If they can step it up in the second, we'll see what they can do. He had, I'm sure, a huge pep talk at the intermission. He is a former player of Blackburn Rovers in the EPL, the English Premiership League.
So Hilton has obviously seen some fine soccer in his day, maybe somehow able to impart some of that knowledge on his Windsor Border Star team. As we are underway here in the second half, the Border Stars do start with possession. They'll try a ball in. Got a ball in the area. Big Yankovic, though, clears it aside, and that ball's sent back to midfield. Radovic lurking in the zone. Border Stars now with possession. Bernardi sending it up, but unable to get it much past midfield. Here comes Serbia. There's a ball in for Radovic. Radovic has just one defender to beat, and the man who's fourth in league scoring can't contain the ball and pick up his second goal of the game. Controlled by Murphy.
There we see Coach Chanacherovic not happy. He's flailing his arms, yelling something, I'm sure, to inspire his troops.
The White Eagles under a little bit of pressure, pretty much the strongest pressure we've seen all game from the Windsor Border Stars, obviously trying to come out in the second half with a little bit of fire, and they've been rewarded with a free kick about 20 feet outside the area.
Here we get another look at what just happened there. Janosevic is not happy, even though he got a good tug of the Windsor Border Stars player. And that is the man we featured, number 10. That is Adani Dragoj.
Dragoj sets up to take it. Not sure if he'll take it or perhaps will come with a fake. A three-man wall in front of him. Movement inside the area. Dragoj will take it, and that shot had no chance of finding the net.
That one was close to Michigan, where Mr. Dragoj is from.
Dragoy from Detroit Motor City. And he got plenty of motor behind that ball, unfortunately, about 20 feet over the net.
And the wrong city. We're in Etobicoke here tonight, live for the CSL Game of the Week. And Mr. Dragoy could not quite get what he wanted on that one. A little too much mustard trying to beat Pelk.
And Dan Pelk's got to be ecstatic now. He's got the wind going his way. And he'll utilize it, gaining about 3/4 of the field on that goal kick. But it is ruled to be a throw-in for the Serbian White Eagles, so they will maintain possession. Sent back to Stepanovic. Back, but falling off the ball were the Serbian White Eagles, but the Border Stars unable to get anything going, but they are awarded with a free kick, as it looked to be number 20, Herda, in a bit of pain near midfield, as he was taken off the ball smartly.
That did not look good for Emilio Huerta. He was swiped there, and then he kept going forward, and then when he had a chance, he fell down.
Mirko Medic, the man making the harsh tackle, too harsh in the mind of the official. Here come the White Eagles. Vucinic has a man in the middle. Radovic was on the run, just couldn't find him. And Murphy plays it smartly up to his defender.
Now, one thing while we have a chance to talk about this is the Serbian White Eagles are without their captain here tonight, Nikola Budalic. He's vacationing in Europe.
Well, hard to fault him for that, but Nikola Budalic, a very important part of this team.
They haven't missed him tonight, not with Dragan Radovic and Stepanovic leading the charge.
They've obviously made up for his loss in spades, as the ball is sent back to midfield by the Border Stars as they send it in deep. Kithas has it near the corner, has a man to beat. Yankovic pushes Yankovic down, no call by the referee. That's sent into the box. Yankovic not too upset about it though, must have just slipped on his own, but did look to take a bit of a forearm shiver. No harm done though, as Yankovic stays up and in the game. Here's a chance now for Radovic, and it's Murphy coming out of his goal again, challenging Radovic. Radovic looking for his second goal of the game, but Murphy with a nice play to take him off the ball.
Take another look at this replay as it just sits there as Murphy swipes it away from Radovic, who sails over the shoulder of the keeper. Big save there by Sean Murphy to keeping this one at 1-0.
That was pretty much a tie to the ball there, as Radovic and Murphy colliding a bit, and Murphy wasn't able to quite hold on to it, but he is able to hold on to that crossing attempt, but able to get enough of it to send Radovic flying over the top.
Not wasting any time, but that transition game of this Serbian team is tremendous as Stepanovic gets it back, and now they're starting up on the offensive.
They already lead 1-0. Possession will obviously be a key here in the second half, as Stepanovic sends it in. Back to Stepanovic, here comes the cross, and that's sent easily out of harm's way by the Windsor Border Stars. Vucinic working his defender, and he's able to gain a corner kick for the Serbian White Eagles. Milos Vucinic with a nice play, as we have a look at the crossing attempt by Stepanovic. That's sent over the crossbar. That'll be another corner kick for the Serbian White Eagles. This one will be taken by Breletic. They'll try the other corner this time.
They've been very successful on the corners. 5
White Eagles in the area. That corner kick is over everybody. And the line judge not satisfied, calling an offside there.
Now another player who's out of the lineup for the Serbian White Eagles is who many would say their MVP, Sasha Viciknets, who is also out of the lineup, and they definitely miss his presence, his veteran leadership. So they're without Budalic and Viciknets.
But they do have Gomez. He's the substitute, and he gets his first touch of the game there.
Finally making his presence known.
That's headed up by the Border Stars, as they now find themselves under a bit of pressure and down a goal. They'll try the far sideline. That ball hangs up in the air, and they're getting a sense of what it was like for the White Eagles going against the wind in that first half, as now their high passes are floating up in the wind and unable to find the mark. Gomez now sends it back. Back into Gomez. Gomez working on his defender, and that's a nice play by the White Eagles, but they can't quite maintain the possession. That ball in is handled nicely by the White Eagles. They'll try the sideline, but taking off the ball, maybe a chance here for the Border Stars, as it's Dragoy trying to get past the defender, and there's a free kick just outside the area.
Be dangerous, Ben.
And here is the best opportunity for the Windsor Border Stars to tie this game up, as they will have a free kick just outside the area. The White Eagles getting organized. They'll set up a 4-man wall. Referee satisfied with the distance from the ball, or is he? No, he's going to push the wall back a little bit as we have a look at the free kicks.
11-5 in favor of the Border Stars. Can they capitalize here?
Herda with the shot, hits the wall. Cesar now with the ball, sending it back to Herda. And not much doing on that free kick as the shot from Herda hits the wall.
Head coach Hilton is not happy with that.
A well-placed wall by the Serbian White Eagles, negating the very dangerous free kick just outside the area by the Windsor Border Stars, but they've got new life in this second half. It's Moneson, across in, and too unselfish with the ball as the Border Star player looked to have an opportunity to send a shot on goal, but not willing to take the shot was Kithas. Instead tried the back pass, and that sails onto the foot of the White Eagle player, and they relieve the pressure, and what a different game that would have been.
That came out of nowhere. That developed almost instantaneously and out of complete nowhereness, if even that's a word. But like you said, they were trying to be friends out there, and you can't be friends. You got to be a goal scorer when you're that close to the ball in the box. And that could come to cost them, because that was probably their best chance thus far here in the second half.
Well, we've talked about how the Serbian White Eagles have controlled the game. As we look at, we've got some parkas, some hats, some toques on some of the fans here tonight. It is a very cool evening. Got to be 12 degrees out there. Very cool tonight. And the wind is only exacerbating that, as there's a free kick awarded to the Serbian White Eagles.
Chancerovic, the head coach of the Serbian White Eagles, clapping his hands saying, guys, come on, let's go here.
And, well, I tell you what, as much as the Serbian White Eagles have controlled that first half of play, the second half, they have come out a bit flat.
Yeah, flat is definitely the word to use. Maybe a little overconfident and underestimating how much the Windsor Border Stars want this right now, as we see Pelk touching the ball for about the 4th time this evening.
Dan Pelk seeing a little bit more work here in the second half. Didn't see much in that first half. I'm sure the White Eagles would love an insurance marker here. Here's Vucinic. Oh, what a shot in the goal! An unbelievable shot there by Milos Vucinic. From well outside the area, that sails into the top corner. An unbelievable shot by Milos Vucinic out of nowhere, out of the reach of Sean Murphy, into the top corner. And just as I mentioned, maybe a little bit of insurance would be beneficial to the Serbian White Eagles. It's Vucinic with a fantastic goal, number 7, blasting it home from outside the area.
That was phenomenal, Ben.
Vucinic with an absolute rocket, tucking it inside the top right corner.
That was a cannon. That man has to get his leg checked for a cannon.
Both goals here scored by the Serbian White Eagles have been of the spectacular variety.
That was Milos Vucinic, number 7, with an absolute gun for a foot as he stuns Sean Murphy in net for the Windsor Border Stars. What a goal as we get another look at the Serbian stun gun.
Fantastic shot and a fantastic goal. Really nothing that Sean Murphy can do there in goal as he tried to flail towards the top corner, but no chance.
As there we get a look at the goal scorer, number 7, Milos Vucinic, as he's laughing saying, did you just see that? That made it to Rogers TV. That was probably the best goal you will see.
Well, we saw a couple of shots sailing well wide of the mark by the Serbian White Eagles in the first half when they were against the wind, but here you give them the wind and the ball flies straight as an arrow, and Milos Vucinic taking advantage, making this game a 2-goal game, and it just gets all the more tough for the Windsor Border Stars as they are going to now need 2 markers here in the second half if they want to come away with at least a point.
I can guarantee, though, that Serbia is not done here with their offensive attack, as Radovic is hungry. He wants another goal.
The Border Stars sending it in. They've got a man, but a nice play by the defense to get it back to Dan Pelkin. He'll regroup and send it to his midfielder as there's a little bit of a collision at midfield.
Finally, the ref blows the whistle as he says Windsor ball. And they tried to jump the gun a little bit here.
And we'll have another substitution here, the first for the Windsor Border Stars, as it's number 19, Eric Sirovsky coming into the game. Herta leaving the game. Zirovsky comes into the game as the Windsor Border Stars now just have 1 substitution left on the bench. A very short bench for the Windsor Border Stars today. Just 2 substitutes and now just 1 left for the remainder of this game.
Herta could not get anything by the defense of Serbia, so you got to think this move was for offensive purposes, maybe to freshen up the attack.
Herta did take the shot on that free kick out just outside the area, but ran into a wall of humanity created by the Serbian White Eagles. They control it far sideline. Looking towards the middle of the field. It's Breletic. Sending it up, it turned over. Border Stars look to regroup. Border Stars control in their own zone. It's the goaltender Murphy over to his defenseman Bernardi. Bernardi going off the head of the substitute Gomez.
Who makes a very aggressive tackle.
Gomez with a very aggressive tackle, as you mentioned, on the substitute Sirovsky, as it was substitute on substitute action. Getting the ball first, though, so a nice play by Gomez. But it will be a throw-in for the Windsor Border Stars.
Do you think that woke Sirovsky up?
If he wasn't awake already, he definitely is now. That pass will find the Serbian White Eagles, and they will throw it in from the near sideline. They lead this game 2-0 over the Windsor Border Stars. Ben Ennis along with Mike Arcelidis, Tiffany Kalanikos also with us. Glad you could join us on Rogers TV. It's the Canadian Soccer League from Centennial Park in Etobicoke, Ontario, Canada. The Serbian White Eagles controlling the game from the get-go. They hit a little bit of a stumble early in the second half, but they've responded in a big way, taking advantage of a fantastic strike from Milos Vucinic, as the White Eagles scored once in the first half and then again here once in the second half to take a 2-0 lead. And they're looking for more. Nice pass inside. Radovic on the ball, looking for it. Radovic.
He looks hurt. Murphy looks hurt. I don't know what happened there, but it might be a cramp. And Radovic, being the gentleman that he is, is helping him out. Let's take another look at that. He jumped up in the air after making the save, unless he did something there on the push up. There you go, you see it.
Yeah, it looked like the back of his left knee. Sean Murphy will require some medical assistance.
I hope it's nothing severe. You never know. And Radovic is just patting him on the belly saying, get better.
Well, we told you already that there's only 2 reserves on the bench for the Windsor Border Stars, so
get him some crutches because he's staying in the game.
Maybe Coach Pat Hilton get in there between the pipes, but pretty sure they're going to need Murphy to stay in this game. But Murphy,
that doesn't look good.
Looks like he is just in agony on the pitch.
That does not look good at all. Take a look at that. Just on the side of the thigh. And there you see him pointing at it right there. As he tried to push up after making that save, he landed awkwardly on the step. Tried to push up, and then he just collapsed down. So that does not look good right now.
We can use this opportunity to bring you an out-of-town score, as it is Brampton leading North York 1-0. They are at the half. In the other game on the go right now in the Canadian Soccer League. And there goes Murphy off the pitch. And what are the Border Stars going to do now? They have 1 substitute left on the bench, and he is not a goalie. I can tell you that. Milan
It
Marsic,
looks like someone is getting dressed right now. And this gives us an opportunity to check back on the 2 goals scored here tonight by the Serbian White Eagles. Here we have Milos Šepanović with the lovely corner. Radovic with the header. He shoots, he scores. And the fist pump champion shows what he's got. And there you see Vucinic with the rocket. And that's where we stand right now, 2-0 for the Serbian White Eagles, as their goalkeeper, the Windsor Border Stars keeper, is done for the night. Sean Murphy seems to have injured himself, and he is not in any shape. And it seems like one of the Windsor Border Star players has suited up. As soon as we have confirmation on who this is.
Yet. Now, it looks like there was a player on the field that was given the goaltender's garb. They just have 1 substitution left on the sidelines, and that is defenseman Milan Marsic.
That did not look good at all for Murphy. As soon as we get this guy's name, we'll get it to you folks at home. He's ready to go. Gotta love his shirt. Definitely did not plan on playing in net tonight for the Windsor Border Stars. And definitely our sympathies go out to Sean Murphy, the goalkeeper. That's not a way you want to leave your team. He was helpless on those 2 goals. They're definitely not down because of his efforts. And now the Windsor Border Stars, without any reserves to put in the game, seem to have gone to one of their other players to play in net. Definitely not the scenario you want if you're Coach Hilton.
Now, it's hard to tell what's happening on the sideline, but it looks like Hilton's going to keep that 1 substitute on his bench. So it looks like the Border Stars will play with 10 men out there.
With whoever this is.
Hard to tell what the strategy is from Hilton here. I guess keeping 1 player in a reserve role there. But he needs 2 goals here if they want to come away with a point. They've lost their goaltender, Murphy, to an apparent knee injury.
Very unfortunate, and we see him just making his way to the sidelines, possibly even to the locker room to get medical attention, and he is hobbling in every sense of the word right now.
Yeah, obviously in great discomfort, but the Serbian White Eagles, well, they're going to have no sympathy. They continue on their attack. They've got an extra man. They look to put him to use. But that crossing attempt sails wide of the mark. Border Stars regroup. And they'll play it up the sideline, but right to a White Eagle player. Here's Gomez looking for his first shot of the game. That ball is played up by the Border Stars, as they're going to be hard-pressed to fabricate any kind of offense here, especially down a man to this very impressive Serbian White Eagle squad. As we have a look at Murphy, still slowly making his way back to the locker room. He is in serious pain, and we just hope that it's nothing serious for him, but clearly in discomfort after leaving the game.
We've got a substitution on the way, though.
Well, you know what? It probably was a strategy by Hilton not to make the substitution until he was absolutely positive that Murphy was unable to go back into the game.
Well, now with Murphy sitting on the bench, he's not coming back in.
And it looked like Murphy was sort of signaling that his knee sort of went sideways, sliding into the turf on that. But
just a weird injury.
Almost certain that Murphy won't be back in this game, so Hilton will likely make the substitution eventually. Border Stars, though, for the time, playing down a man. They look for a bit of an offensive spark. Here's Dragoy. Dragoy sending it back. Dragoy in the middle, and that attempted through ball does get through, but it gets through everybody. So Dan Pelk will calmly collect it, send everybody up the other way. Substitution being signaled at the near sideline, and that will be the final eligible substitute coming on the field eventually for the Windsor Border Stars, as Milan Marsic will come into the game for the goalie Murphy. Sean Murphy will be coming out of this game officially. No surprise there, as Murphy was barely able to make it to the bench. And here does come the substitute, Milan Marsic. Here's a goal kick to be taken by the Windsor Border Stars. That's a nice goal kick, but it goes right to the Serbian White Eagle player, but he's taken off the ball smartly. And maybe the Border Star is able to take this unfortunate incident and turn it into a positive and score a goal here against the White Eagles. Not on that attempt, though. Gomez sending it up, a nice pass up to Breletic. Breletic taking off the ball, though.
Great defense there by the defender for the Windsor Border Stars, as he got back there really quickly, and there we see the last second goaltender come in there and free it up.
Here come the Border Stars. Stuck at midfield for the moment. There's a pass in. Dragoy looking for it.
Dangerous there on that header.
Border Stars still working here.
Yeah, they're trying something here. Great defense by the Serbian White Eagles to relieve the pressure put on by Windsor. As here we see Shapanovic trying to find Radovic down the right side. Look at the
Radovic
speed.
is in alone again. He's got the goaltender to beat, and once again he's taken off the ball.
The human firecracker is Dragan Radovic. He's so explosive anytime he can go.
Absolutely, Dragan Radovic already has a goal in this game, looking for his second against a substitute, a goalkeeper who is likely rarely ever played goaltender in his life, as the White Eagles on the run again, and Radovic took the cross and couldn't feed the back of the net, as Mirko Medic had a beautiful pass in there.
Let's take another look at that chance here, as the goaltender is just praying it doesn't hit him in the face, as Radovic takes a tumble. As we get another look, here is from behind the net, just lovely camera angles here. And that just shows you how close the ball was to going in. And Radovic was asking for a call. The king of the bad body language was signaling to the refs, hey, come on, that was my chance.
Radovic has been very expressive in his body language,
to say the least.
Hasn't had too much to feel negative about, though. Already has a goal, has numerous offensive chances. He's one of the top scorers in the league, and he's proved it tonight, as the Serbian White Eagles lead the Windsor Border Stars 2-0 into the 72nd minute from Centennial Stadium in Etobicoke. I'm Ben Ennis, along with Mike Arcelides, Tiffany Kalanikos as well. Glad we could bring you this Canadian Soccer League matchup between a couple of very worthy teams in the Canadian Soccer League, both sort of middle of the pack in their respective divisions.
This was a huge game for the Serbian White Eagles because sitting at 23 points, that 3-point win would put them just 2 points behind the Italia Shooters for first in the international division. For the Border Stars, they're coming in with a sub-500 record as we get a look at the international division standings. As Serbia, 23 points, Toronto, Croatia, 22. They're the defending CSL champs. And then Portugal FC. Keep in mind, this is the standings before tonight's game as we return to live action.
Here's the second goal scorer, Vucinic, and that's a brutal cross, but he can be forgiven because he had a fantastic goal here in the second half. The second White Eagle goal of the game to make it 2-0 over the Windsor Border Stars. Border Stars now just playing for pride, seemingly.
It's not over, though, Mr. Ennis. Although Dragan Radovic smells blood with this substitute goalkeeper, and you know he wants to make him pay, it's not over by any means. We haven't seen much offense from this Windsor Border Stars team, but they are in the middle of the pack in the National Division. As we get a look at that, as we see the Trois-Rivières attack leading the table just like the Shooters are in the International, followed by the North York Astros, whom we'll see next week, and then the Brampton Lions, and then those Windsor Border Stars sitting with a record of 4-6-2. So tonight was a huge game for Windsor, and they fell flat so far.
It was a rough first half, and it looked like better things were on the horizon here early in the second half. But
speaking of the horizon, that's where that ball was headed.
Yeah, a aggressive shot there by the Serbian White Eagles, as Jancevic striking it well over the crossbar, but it did look here early in the second half like the Windsor Border Stars were gonna have a chance to tie the game up.
They even had a really good chance, and then they became a little too nice in the box to each other. One guy just needed to get a boot on it and put it on goal. Instead, they were having too much fun passing it around, and that definitely cost the Windsor Border Stars.
Well, Windsor will have another opportunity here. They'll have a throw in deep in the Serbian zone, as that is sent towards the middle of the field. Here's a chance here by Ordell, and that'll go wide of the mark, and a goal kick awarded.
You gotta think Dan Dragoy, the man we profiled at the start of the game, number 10 in blue, wants to step it up as we get a look at number 18. This is Blake Ordell. So this is a veteran team. They know what they're doing. Unfortunately for them, they haven't been able to penetrate that fortress on the defensive end for the Serbian White Eagles. We saw this 2 weeks ago against the TSC Academy. When they get in shutdown mode, it's over pretty much. You cannot get through those big defenders.
Mike Cesar has come in as the substitute goalie for the Windsor Border Stars. The man that was playing defense all day is called on to make a save there, and he looks like a pretty good goaltender there. Not a bad save by Cesar.
I think he knows what he's doing in net because he's the closest guy to the goalie as a defender, and he usually sees a lot of those balls go by him.
Cesar creating the turnover and sending the Border Stars on their way. Dragoy.
We saw two Serbian players knock heads as they went for the Windsor Border Stars attacker. And now it's going to be Windsor ball.
Dragoy's aggressiveness there resulting in a free kick to be taken by Morrison. And he'll send it over to Bernardi. Bernardi into the area, headed away. Breletic sending it back to his defenseman, who boots it long and deep, as Radovic had ideas of picking that ball off before Cesar could get to it, but couldn't quite beat Cesar to the ball.
He's well scouted. Every team in the league knows his speed, his creativity, and his agility. We've seen him try to do a bicycle kick today. We see him try and do a lot of moves. He scored with the header off the corner kick. So Dragan is very creative with the ball, even when he doesn't have it. As we see one of the Serbian players go down at the top of your screen.
That's big Jankovic.
Not what you want to see right now if you're the Serbian White Eagles.
Jankovic hasn't seen much action here in the second half, but appears to be all right. Just tripped up a bit.
Oh, he had the top of his foot stepped on, and he went down like a sequoia.
Yankovic does look like he will stay in the game. He's sort of bent over in a bit of pain, but no worse for wear, as the Serbian White Eagles will have a throw-in. Or will it be a free kick? It will be a free kick, and Yankovic takes it, sends it back to his defenseman. And they'll try the middle of the field, and now over to the near sideline as Gomez receives the pass. Gomez sending it back to defense. There's a nice move past a couple of defenders. Here's a nice run by Medic. Medic trying to finish it off. Mirko Medic, an unbelievable run from his own zone, gets into almost the area. And what a goal that would have been. Bobby Orlik taking it end to end. Mirko Medic. That ball is sent past the near sideline. And another throw in for the Serbian White Eagles. That's up to Gomez. Gomez back to his man, Stosistic. And that'll be Cesar. The substitute goaltender, Cesar. Looking around for somebody, anybody to pass it to. Instead, he'll just kick it in deep, but that's kicked out of play by the Serbian White Eagle defender. Border Stars will throw it in, near sideline. There's a throw in. Unable to get to it are the Border Stars. Medic plays it off an attacking Border Star player, and that will result in a throw in for the White Eagles. The White Eagles probably content to just watch the minutes fall off the clock here. They lead by 2 goals to none. Just past 79 minutes in this game. Border Stars, though, not going away. They control near the corner, and that's a nice work by the defender, but it will be a corner kick by the Border Stars. They take it quickly, short corner.
Trying to catch the Serbian defense off guard.
And that was a terrible play by the White Eagle defense, and it results in a goal. A miscue on defense, and this lead is cut in half.
Don't go anywhere, anyone. This game's not over, not by a long shot, as we get another look at that very weird goal.
And that was finished off by number 14, Keithas. The ball just coming to him. It looked like the White Eagles had plenty of time to clear that. But Keithas somehow comes up with the ball and puts it into the back of the net, and all of a sudden the White Eagle lead is cut to 1 with about 10 minutes to go in this game.
Maybe it's the new goalkeeper for Windsor.
You never know, but the momentum has definitely shifted in favor of the Windsor Border Stars. Dan Pelk comes out to play that dangerous looking ball.
You don't think that's going to happen off such a weird little start. Like you said, they tried to catch him off guard on that rush corner kick. They brought it into play, and after that, it just found its way into the box, and then George Keithas was there to make it 2-1.
Well, you got to give credit to Keithas in the right place at the right time on the miscue by the Serbian defender. Well, I guess that's why they call it an insurance goal. They do have that extra goal to lead this game still 2-1. Radovic looking for the long ball, but he's headed off of it. Here come the Border Stars now. Wind still blowing here at Centennial Park. Left to right in favor of the Serbian White Eagles, and Radovic was calling for the cross.
Was he ever?
Upset at his teammates for not getting him the ball.
But who can blame this man right here, Milos Vucinic, with that rocket of a foot? trying to evade the tackles of the defenders, and he tried to let another howitzer go. But that one sailed just a little wide, and number 11, Dragan Radovic, was not happy there. He was calling for it all night long.
Border Stars now. Gomez picking it off. He's got Radovic. Radovic sees 3 defenders collapse on him. Gomez back to the middle. Breletic gets past 1. That ball is gobbled up by a defender, but
This could get sneaky.
yeah, Cesar able to control it. And he gets it past midfield. And that ball will head past the sideline, throw in to the Serbian White Eagles. Up to Gomez. Gomez takes an elbow to the back. Doesn't seem too upset, but he'll get a free kick out of it. The substitute eyes his man. No words though. Knows it's just part of the game. Free kick heads to Stepanovic. Taking off the ball as the Border Stars get it to midfield, but no further before they're taking off the ball. That looks like Breletic up to his attacker, Vucinic. Up to big Jankovic. Jankovic has a man in Jancevic to Gomez. Gomez brings it back to the middle of the field. A nice feed there for Breletic. Breletic finds the net! A brilliant strike by Breletic. And there's the 3rd goal, and likely the clincher for the Serbian White Eagles, as Alex Breletic, number 10, taking the feed from the substitute Gomez in the middle of the field, making no mistake, beating the substitute goalkeeper Cesar. And just like the goal of Vucinic, that one was a laser. An absolute bullet of a shot, finding the back of the net. Great passing by Gomez, and just capped by a brilliant strike from Alex Breletic.
That was payback, Ben, for that goal that the Windsor Border Stars scored out of nowhere. So right there, that is the exclamation point on tonight's game. Serbia saying, you're not going to come into our stadium, score a goal on us like you did, and get away with it. We're going to have the final goal in this one. And that's the way it looks right now.
And you got to give credit to Gomez there as well, just moments earlier taking an elbow to the back, not retaliating, not taking the card. The Serbian White Eagles maintain possession, and wouldn't you know it, moments later, it's Gomez assisting on the White Eagles' 3rd goal of the game, and that's got to make an impression on the head coach for the Serbian White Eagles, Milan Kancerovic. Kancerovic enjoying the offensive support that his substitute has given his squad here in the second half. White Eagles now lead at 3-1. We are about 5 minutes away from the full-time whistle. 1 goal in the first half, 2 goals in the second half here for the Serbian White Eagles. And they will maintain possession on the far sideline, throw it in. Radovic, Vucinic, and then Breletic, all scoring here for the Serbian White Eagles. And that's been more than enough.
As the Serbians roar.
Here's a throw in here for the Serbian White Eagles, controlled by the Windsor Border Stars. Sent past the sideline. Here come the White Eagles on the run. There's a cross sent over the bar.
We're going to bring you that substitution right now. That was 14 coming in, Juroš Stamatovic, and he is replacing Nenad Stojicic.
So there you have it. Obviously some defensive upgrades there for the Serbian White Eagles as they look to lock it down the rest of the way. Up a pair of goals, up 3-1 on the Windsor Border Stars. They have possession at midfield.
They wanted that clean sheet tonight, Ben, and that goal they gave up upset them, to say the least. They did not want to give up that goal here on their home turf the way they did.
Relentless has been the Serbian attack here in this game. But the Border Stars...
That one just on the side of the net as Dragoj tried to feed his teammate.
An optical illusion from up here in the booth as that appeared to catch the top corner, but instead it sails wide of the right goalpost and going off the bar on the outside of the net. So no harm done. A free kick, a goal kick taken by Dan Pelk here. His team's up a pair of goals. To midfield. Headed up to Jancevic. And that's offside. Controlled by the Border Stars. Border Stars trying the middle of the field. They've got a man. It's Keithas. Keithas, the goal scorer, the only goal scorer for the Windsor Border Stars. That ball is controlled nicely by Big Yankovic. Yankovic has Radovic. Radovic wants his second of the game. He's got one defender to beat. He beats him, just the goalie now. And Radovic plays it back to the box for Breletic. And instead Breletic has his second goal of the game as the selflessness of Radovic results in a goal.
Take a look at the circus tricks by the Serbians. Radovic to Braletic, and he uncorks one with the left foot by Cesar in net, and that will just about do it for this one. As the Dragon Man shows off his wheels. A lovely, tricky pass there. Feeds his teammate for the second of the game. It's 4-1 Serbia.
Breletic with his second goal of the game, and got to give a lot of credit to Radovic on that goal. He's battling for the scoring title in the Canadian Soccer League, but he's all about winning games and getting his teammates involved, and the unselfishness showing through right there as he makes a gorgeous back pass to his teammate Breletic, who tucks it home past Cesar. And you got to figure that might have been a shot that Murphy could have been able to save, perhaps.
I don't want to assume that, but yes, that is definitely correct. You don't have your normal #1 starting keeper in there. It's going to hurt your goaltending situation instantly, automatically. But you can't fault him there because you have 2 goals scored by number 10, Braletic, Alex Braletic.
Yankovic's long shot from outside the area, just sneaking past the bar. And I'm sure Cesar thought that was going to be a little further away from the bar than it ended up. Really had a pretty good opportunity to end up in the back of the net for the 5th Serbian goal of the night. Serbian White Eagles looking for more, as there's a shot that heads over the bar as the no-look pass from Braletic is fired on net. A 5th goal there would just be an absolute embarrassment for the Windsor Border Stars. They've already watched 4 goals find the back of their own net. And there will be another substitution made as the Serbian White Eagles just try and keep everybody healthy here in the final minutes of this game. We're past 90 minutes in this game, as the Serbian White Eagles have controlled the game from the get-go. 4-1. They lead the Windsor Border Stars. Ben Ennis along with Mike Arcelides, Tiffany Kalanikos. You're watching the Canadian Soccer League on Rogers TV. We are at Centennial Park. A great evening of soccer has been witnessed by all in attendance and watching on Rogers TV.
And it's only going to get better next week because we've got the North York Astros heading to Lamport to take on the TFC Academy. And also it's a big game for the Serbian White Eagles team because they will be hosting the leaders in the national division, the Trois Rivières Attack, who we saw 3 weeks ago here on the Game of the Week. So look out for them as well. Friday, August 15th, here in Etobicoke, Serbia hosting Trois Rivières in a battle between two very skilled teams.
Radovic wanting a second goal there, perhaps getting a bit greedy. They've already scored 4 goals, but Radovic called on the offside. An absolute dominating performance by the Serbian White Eagles. We're into the 91st minute here at Centennial Park in Etobicoke. The Windsor Border Stars, though, trying to make it respectable. Score a second goal of the evening here, but that pass is not going to find the mark. That goes beyond the end line. Goal kick to be taken by the Serbian White Eagles. Dan Pelk. Ben Steller saved for that one miscue. Hard to fault him, though, on that, as his defender has just let him down. Dan Pelk will kick it away. Serbian White Eagles got to be content with the 3 points they're about to pick up here tonight. A big 3 points, as we've been showing you the standings all evening long, pulling them to within just 2 points of the division-leading Vaughan Italia Shooters. Here's Gomez. He's got an assist tonight. Passing it to Jancevic. There's Breletic. Looking for a man that goes past the end line. And here's the substitute goalie, Cesar. And there is the full-time whistle. It's a final. The Serbian White Eagles defeating the Windsor Border Stars by a score of 4-1. An absolutely dominating performance. The fans who came out here braved the cool weathers, were rewarded with a fantastic effort by the home squad. Breletic with 2 goals as he leads his Serbian White Eagles squad over the Windsor Border Stars.
What a performance, man. 4-1. They came out hot. It might have been cold here tonight, but they definitely brought the firepower. 2 goals by Breletic, 1 by Vucinic with that laser beam in the 54th minute, and the header by that man right there. Captain sportsmanship, Dragan Radovic.
Dragan Radovic probably thinks he should have had more than just the 1, but he'll take it. That was the goal he scored. Fantastic job by everybody involved here. For Mike Arcelides, Tiffany Kalanikos, I'm Ben Ennis. Good afternoon, good evening
and
from
good night.
Centennial Stadium.